A row is brewing in Kiambu County, especially in Thika, between commercial sex workers, Kikuyu elders, religious leaders, and the local administration over allegations that young boys undergoing rite of passage are made to have sex with paid commercial sex workers in what is believed to be cultural practice of sexual cleansing to transit them into manhood.
There is that, and especially in our Kikuyu culture, kuhura biro. I feel this is something which I'm going to go and address it to the girls. When you are caught with a minor, you'll be arraigned in court because there is that child act. Yeah, any child who is below 18 years, that is a child. Why have sex with him or her?
Thika West Deputy County Commissioner Peter Mbogo decried that reports reaching his office indicated that Kikuyu elders officiating the rite of passage to young boys are leading them to sexual encounters with commercial sex workers in town to complete a cultural sex cleansing requirement.
I'll work on it, and my girls will stop going to the rooms with young boys, because as per the Child Act, one can be arraigned in court and be prosecuted. Even before the DC brought that on board, we had a meeting with the OCS from Thika. We normally speak of Thika because Thika really has it carries a population, very high population of sex workers, unlike the other sub-counties. So we sat down, me and my team, and now the OCPD from Thika. We have brothers already, yeah. we have a setting of brothers, and that one I told the girls who normally operate brothers. If anything happens with brothers, we are not accountable for them.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, but for the girls who are on the street, the girls who go to bars and lodgings, those are the only ones whom we can maybe go and assist them if they need any assistance. But for the brothers, we don't go for them. Yeah.
Naturally, we have our these young men go for initiation. Si kila mtu anasimamia na mtu yake. So wale wanawasimamia, those are the contact we are supposed to blame and to them accountable, because they are the wanapanga, wanalipia kama ni nini malipo ya kuja mpaka town mpaka hiyo mambo inafanyika. So we are advising all those who are concerned with this. Churches who are organizing, I know there are a lot of churches who are organizing these initiations. Kuna vikundi za wazee kina kiama na kuna even individuals depending on their community they come from. Those are the people we are now targeting. Kwamba they are going to be held responsible in the event we are going to have this thing again this year or any other year moving forward. Because you can even see when our young boys and girls are opening schools, they have that tendency to move towards that direction. And one of the issues tulisema ni kwamba tuhakikishe tumetoa hii watoto within 2 hours wote wametoka hii town. Iwe ni kutumia viboko ama ni kutumia njia zote, because this time when you give them a lot of free time, they will start now engaging themselves in these illegal activities.
According to Peter, many young boys are pushed into past this basic level of instruction towards sexual cleansing when they are given the impression that without it, they will suffer great misfortune in life or perhaps lead to death, saying the sex workers are sometimes hired by the elders and the clergy in agreement with their parents. He, however, termed it as an awkward, primitive, and retrogressive culture that is putting the boy child into the risk of contacting sexually transmitted diseases, including the newly discovered super gonorrhea, as they don't use protective gear, as this was against the rules of the ritual.
Kitu ya ajabu isipokuwa mwanzo, kitu ilikuwa zamani, tangu zamani, wale ambao walikuwa mila na desturi ya zamani, lakini kwa wakati huu mambo yamepita. Kulikuwa na ile utaratibu ilikuwa inafuatwa wakati huo, lakini sasa sababu na watu wafikirie kulete hiyo tabia kwa town ndio inatusagaza. Ya kwanza ni kwamba hii kitu iko mainly along the highways. Huko Kingege huko ndani huko kama Gatondo North ama ni ngumu sana kupata. But upande wa ukisikia hii njia Thika Highway all the way to almost most part of the central, kuna sports areas ambao wanasema hii tumesikia hapa imefanyika. And I think the last time tuliongea kuhusu hiyo maneno tulisema we are making arrangements to ensure that we are arresting all those sexual commercial workers who are involved in this nonsense, so that we can remove this activity getting root and growing its own lifeline. You also recall hata saizi mkienda pale hapa ndani Thika, we used to have those ladies riding up even in the afternoon. I'm sure most of them cannot find them today. We have ensured and encouraged all our officers, both from national and national and county government enforcement officers to ensure we remove them completely from our streets, so that at least we can encourage other people to do what is required of them.
The DCC outlined to us facts of what has been happening, the right of passage for the boys that is now becoming negative in the fact that they are not being trained or being taken through the rite of passage into adulthood, but after that process of initiation, they are being taken to town where they are getting to engage with the commercial sex workers, women who are older than them, and we are thinking and we believe that is a very negative thing for our young people, because this opens them to infections like HIV and AIDS, all the other diseases that are very common. So in such situations, and I am so certain the DCC here can outline more of the experiences that they have had in these type of things.